quarter was over.
They may have a case here. Coach Tim Cone may actually have a case here. Nonetheless, technical foul called against Coach Tim Cone for excessively complaining that last call, and we head now into the fourth quarter. We thank you for joining us here on Solar TV. Vito Lazatin here along with Coach Ronnie Magzano.
9 seconds on the shot clock. 9 seconds to shoot.
And this possession is going to stay with the Alaska Aces, trailing by 15. They know that their import Diamond Simpson can produce, but what about the locals?
You know, Coach Tim Cone is forced to match up with a smaller unit of Ginebra. First time in the game that we saw Coach Tim Cone use 3 small.
Reynald Hugnatan just beating the buzzer there.
Hugnatan is also absent here for Alaska, but he has the whole of the fourth quarter to try and help the Aces rebound from this 13-point disadvantage that they're looking at early here in the fourth.
Tubin for 3, no. And it's going back the other way.
Well, Vito, heading into this game, Alaska leads the league in terms of 3-point percentage with 38%, but here today has only been good for 17%, 3 of 17. On the other side, Ginebra goes to 44%, 7 of 16. But sino ba ang fourth best 3-point shooter sa liga? Si Willie Miller, that's right.
And Baguio for 3. Baguio still unable to hit his outside shots, but the lucky break for Barangay Ginebra. And Brandon Cablay coming back in to replace Eli Tenorio.
I'm sure naninibago din si Eli Tenorio for the longest time. Him and Willie Miller formed a fearsome backcourt for the Aces, and they played beautiful music together.
Yes.
Right now, he has to learn how to play together with Cyrus Baguio dito sa kanilang backcourt.
And it should really be only a matter of time before we see the return of the first half hero Barangay Ginebra, and that's Mark Aguiwa. Oh, follow-up by Cyrus Baguio, no good.
Both Miller and Baguio not having good offensive games here. Maski anong sabihin nila na it's all in a day's work, the pressure is definitely being felt by these two skillful players. No? And definitely in the next few games, you'll see a lot better performance mula dito kay Willie Miller at Cyrus Baguio.
Another offensive rebound for Willie Wilson.
Was played well from the third quarter after this point of the game. Ito yung mga tipong nako-conscious pa yung ating mga manlalaro. Diba? Bawat galaw mo, ingat na ingat ka. Bawat galaw mo, gusto mong maging maayos.
Cablay looking for a connection. He finds De La Cruz. There's the cut by Simpson. Simpson to hook, no. Over on the other end, over to Helterbrand. Moving jumper, Willie Miller can't take it.
So many matchups thrown by Coach Jong Yuchiko for Diamond Simpson, but the kryptonite has been Willie Wilson. He has stopped the scoring race of Diamond Simpson, whose scoring has put a halt at 35 points here. More than 50% production coming from Ambrose.
Over to Patricia Hiza now with this report.
Coach Jong Chico earlier was putting emphasis on help defense, running their offense and making movements without the ball. Now over on the other end for the Alaska Aces. Obviously they're all frustrated, but after Coach Tim Cone's colorful chat with the officials, he was calm and composed in the huddle where he emphasized on plays, putting Diamond down low. Earlier, the coaching staff told me they needed to tell the players to not be sensitive about other people's mistakes and just focus on execution. And that's what they're trying to tell themselves over and over again. Vito?
Thanks, Patricia. Much needed 3 delivered there by Cyrus Baguio. That brings Alaska to within 11. And now this. Baguio hoping for back-to-back. Is it going to be a blocking foul or an offensive call? It is going to be blocking.
That is exactly what Cyrus Baguio wants. Get that ball just after crossing the half court, build his momentum, sidestep his way, be creative with his shots, and let's see if he has been untracked after hitting that long 2. Let's see if he can pour in his 4th and 5th and 6th point of the ball game.
And we'd like to remind you that tomorrow, a great day for basketball on Solar TV. Lakers taking on the Thunder in their playoff game at 9:30.
Lakers looking out to close out the series. The much maligned Lakers being challenged by the youngsters of K40 and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma Thunder. Tapos na yung series ng Dallas at San Antonio.
That's right. San Antonio has advanced to the next round of the playoffs. 10-point ball game, 8 minutes and 47 remaining in the fourth. Baguio trapped by the double team, trying to force a turnover.
Cyrus Baguio being aggressive on the defensive end, trying to force the issue, trying to force turnovers. And that is one thing that they really need to do here. They're not getting any momentum with their half-court looks.
Ambrose over to Hatfield. Hatfield.
We need to remember at that point of the game in the third quarter wherein we mentioned that it was a big decision for Coach Jong Michiko to go to an entirely local unit.
Yes.
With Alaska making a push. It paid off for him, and right now Simpson is getting a rest. It's the turn of Coach Jong Michiko to field in Mildon Ambrose to try and step on the gas through in the fourth and build a bigger lead with Simpson seated on the bench.
Another setup now for the Kings.
Two quick fouls here called against the Aces. These are the type of risks that winning coaches have made all throughout their careers. At for some coaches who are not willing to take the gamble, mahirap yun. And it takes really a good intuition, to be able to figure things out and just, how do you say it? Just be willing to take the risk and make big things happen for your squad.
Nothing there from Rudy Hatfield. Now the Aces. They could try to start the comeback here. Sunny toss at the low post. Oh, beautiful cut for Tony De La Cruz.
Probably the easiest basket of the night for the Aces. Tony De La Cruz quietly here, scoring 8 points for Alaska.
Kagiwa, fadeaway jumper, no. Cyrus Baguio not about to force anything just yet for the Alaska Aces. Now Hugnatan at the low post. Inside against the import. No. Ambrose leading the charge. There's the give and go. Hatfield down low. Fumbling with it a little bit, but they'll set it up. They want to get it to Menk. And the Alaska Aces calling for a timeout. They're looking at an 8-point lead, 75-67. Back to the fourth quarter between the Alaska Aces and the Barangay Ginebra Kings. Jumper by Tony De La Cruz is good.
4 straight points by Tony De La Cruz brings Alaska closer to the Gin Kings. Cyrus Baguio making some things happen here for the Aces, pushing the ball quickly, creating scoring opportunities for his teammates.
And now Kagiwa having trouble with that three-pointer.
Ginebra having trouble with its offense later in the fourth.
Cross-court pass to Tenorio. He's waiting for the three. No. Hugnatan takes it back for the Aces. They leave the lane for Baguio. Fadeaway jumper for Baguio is good.
Cyrus Baguio fueling the rally here. Alaska setting in a lot of drama here in the fourth. Alaska only down by 4, 71-75. Under 7 minutes left here in this ballgame.
The red carpet has been rolled out for Cyrus Baguio and the Alaska Aces. And we have more PBA action coming up in the fourth. We are back at the Big Dome, and the Kings are starting to feel the heat from the Alaska Aces, with Cyrus Baguio now starting to explode in the fourth. Ambrose trying to stop the run.
Ambrose has played a very steady game for 3/4 of the way. But for coaches, you want imports who can close out games. Imports who can score the baskets when you need to. The nice thing about Alaska's rallies, they're doing it without Diamond Simpson. Definitely a confidence booster for the locals of the Aces.
One-hander by Ambrose is no good. They put it in the hands once again of Cyrus Baguio. Down low to Hugnatan. Hugnatan challenged by Hatfield, and he gets through with 2.
And the quiet